it was tight, it was very tight, and then not just to keep then, but then to hold it through Commonwealths, where I did the double, and then Europeans, and then to do the diamond race and this race off the back of it, and still to come here and win a course record and win the race, my last race this season. It's exciting to see what I could do next year when things are a lot quieter. So I think this year, big credit to him and always thinking and planning behind that, because that's incredibly difficult to do as an athlete, but incredibly difficult to plan it and execute it as a coach. So a lot of respect to him.
On the road to Paris, will you do 800, 1500? Will you diversify, double up? What do you think your plans will be the next 2 years?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I guess next year is quite a good year to kind of practice a few different disciplines and races, because there wasn't really much chance to run a lot of different races this year with all the champs. So it'll be nice to have next year a bit more time to maybe try a few different things. I don't know what we'll do at Worlds next year, but it's a nice year to have ahead of the Olympics, a bit quieter. Can kind of get our heads around maybe what we want to do, and then go into 2024 and hopefully run well at whatever I do in Paris.
Europeans in indoors, do you think that's a target in Poland?
Yeah. I love racing, and we usually don't only do an indoor season in Olympic years. So next year's not an Olympic year. Worlds isn't until really late. So I expect European indoors to be on the plans. It's still quite far off, but I love racing there. It'd be good to go back there and defend one or two of my titles.
When we spoke to you in Eugene, we didn't realise the severity of the injury that you had in February. You were on crutches, so just reflect on that and what you're going to try and do this winter's training as well.
Yeah, I mean it's a big learning curve. It was a bit of a freak injury. It was a bit strange one, so it's hard when there's nothing that you've done necessarily and something happens. But the most severe injury I'd had in terms of the amount of time I had to have running and coming back, and it was it did impact me a lot at the start of the year, and then with Worlds being early and then having two champs at the back of it was really tough. But I just I think the Olympics last year gave me a lot of confidence, being like, we can still do this. And I think me and Andy were just really positive off the back of the injury, being like, no, we're trying to try and do it. I'm not going to change my goals and my targets this year. I'm going to try and keep going. And if I'd achieved what I'd achieved this year without an injury, I would have been delighted. But considering the start we had of the year, it's just nuts.
What will you do? So will you go away to South Africa? Will you go to America? Do you have any plans what you'll do over the winter?
Yeah, we used to go to South Africa like November, December time, and then in January as well. We try and escape Glasgow in the winter, so that's our usual kind of plan. So we'll do that. It works well. Come off the back of January indoors, and then a few camps outdoors. We've not actually been out to train that much this year, just because I'm out of championships and with injury and things. So it'll be nice to get away and get those kind of big blocks of fitness in ahead of summer.
It feels like something's changed in you. It feels like you're now a championship runner. Maybe that was Tokyo that did that.
Yeah.
When I watch you, I don't feel like you're ever going to lose and leave. I don't feel like you're going to surrender or relinquish it. Do you feel that when you run it? Do you feel like a championship runner?
Yeah, I think like it's been there, but I just feel like I've not. Something's happened in the lead up to a championship race. So in Worlds in 17 and 19, I got injured just in the summer just before it. So I wasn't like 100% fit going into the champs, whereas in Tokyo I was. So it was just really nice to stand at that start line and be like, I'm in the best place possible to win a medal here. And if I'm at my best, then I can win a medal. So that put a lot of confidence in me that, if I can go there and be confident in the training that I've done, I can do well. And then this year, I missed a lot of training and I can still do well. So it's great, that I'm in that position now, and I think I'm getting fitter and better each year.
My final question, did you ever meet the Queen? Did you ever go, I'm just trying to work out if you've got any honours, but did you ever get a chance to meet her at any social functions?
Unfortunately, no, because a lot of stuff is held in London and it's quite tricky for me to get down there. But it's just really, really sad, isn't it? I only found out literally straight after my run in Zurich, so it's a very emotional weekend, I think, in Britain and here in the US as well, being 9/11 as well. So it's it's a sad day, but I just hope, we've done really well racing here today, me and Jake, and it's a sad time for everybody.
Thank you for stopping.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Just a couple more because I missed it. So 4:14.8, it's an eye-popping time.
Yeah.
Did you think that was in the cards? I mean, you raced only 3 days ago or so.
Yeah.
What was your thought about the time?
I'm absolutely delighted with it. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't going for a time at all, especially given the conditions as well. It's a bit slippy out there, so for me it was just about racing it, hopefully coming away with the win. That definitely was not guaranteed whatsoever. It was a really strong lineup today, and I didn't know how tired I would be. Last race of the season, I'm just coming off the back of Zurich, so it's I knew it'd be a tough run today.
Was that move pre-planned, or did you just kind of go for it, feeling good?
Yeah, no, me and my coach talked about it, and cut off people's surge at halfway point for that marker, and we thought, we'll try and double surge and just keep going. yeah, I was just really, really happy that I was able to keep it together. You know, the last 100 meters or so, I was really, really, really hurting, but managed to get to that finish line.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit of this. You're going from 3 championships to 1.
Yeah.
Do you think like you're gonna have a little bit more chance to maybe run the 800, 5,000? Where do you kind of lean on? I've seen you do well in both. So which one would you rather dabble in next year?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've got a lot of unfinished business in the 5K. I've not ran it since 2017, so it would be nice, you know, if I get a good few blocks of training, like fitness-wise, if I'm really fit and endurance, like have another go and see where I'm at. But I don't know about it at Champs, and I imagine 1500 will be the main focus for next year at Championships. But you know, it'll be really nice to have a bit more time next year to race races that aren't in Championships and to kind of practice a wee bit with different distances and yeah, just be able to race a bit more when they're not rounds and finals and such like, just to have a bit more of a normal racing year. So it'll be, yeah, I'm really, really excited for next year. Really looking forward to it. I think it's a lot of opportunities to try different things and to kind of push myself over different distances, and yeah, hopefully have a good run at Worlds.
So you might be the foremost authority to answer this question. That's a very hard question. Faith Kipkegon, how can you kind of get through that armor? You know, she showed that she can win off a 59 first lap. She showed she can win off a slower controlled rate. What do you think? Like, what can you do?
I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, when she ran, 350 in Monaco, I thought she was going to get the world record. So we're running against the best there's ever been. Without a doubt, the best 1500 meter runner. I'd say man or woman. She is. She's so strong and so fast. Yeah, like you say, off so many different ways of running the 15s. So I just got to get faster. Got to get faster in every single different way. So, but no, it's a very exciting time to be a 1500 meter runner, and it's yeah, she's absolutely lovely. It's a real honour to race her.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry, I know